Hi, what's up agents? I have been playing a lot of the Division Resurgence, and in today's video I want to go over the gear and weapon blueprints, the expertise that's involved with that, crafting gear and weapons and how that works, and recalibration. Although it's very similar to Division 1 and the Division 2, it does have its own formula, and I thought people before they start playing this game might want to know how it works, or you might even be playing the game and you're a little bit confused. So I'm hoping to cover any questions that you may have around it. If you do have any questions though that I don't cover, please do post them down below in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as I can with the best answer that I can. And before we do get into this, please don't forget to like and share the video if you do find it helpful. Subscribe for more content from me, and I just want to let you know we have a great community that is covering the Division Resurgence. If you need people to play with, link up with, join a clan, it's all going to be inside of our community. Make sure you come and check it out before you leave today. It's linked at the top of the video description. Let's get into this. So first, before you're able to do any weapon crafting or gear crafting, you are going to need to unlock some blueprints. And in the top right hand corner of the screen where the Phoenix icon is, if you click on that, it brings up like your character menu here, and you have an Armory tab. Head into Armory and you're going to find all the blueprints available in the game. You've got weapons and gear. You can see we've got SMGs, LMGs, assault rifles, marksman rifles, shotguns, and even exotic items. Now, you're not going to be able to unlock every blueprint from the get-go. You are going to need to level up in order to unlock some of these blueprints, but there are a lot available from when you start the game. You can switch it from weapons to gear, and you can see holsters, gloves, backpack, knee pads, body armor, and mask. So we're going to show you how this armory system works and how blueprints work now. And we'll start by unlocking a shotgun. Okay, so we've got the sausage 12 there for 2,000 proficiency points. And these are going to be what you need to use to start unlocking blueprints. I got 21,000. We just have a quick look at that. Proficiency points can be used to increase the proficiency of equipment in the armory. They are also used to unlock your first set of blueprints. So if I wanted to unlock the blueprint for the sausage 12 shotgun there, I just click on that and then I can spend 2,000 of those points to get the blueprint unlocked. So I'll do that. That is now unlocked, and with it being unlocked, I can now go and use that blueprint to craft it if I want to. What it also does, because I've unlocked the sausage 12, I can go along that line now. And you can see the ACS 12 is the next one there. If I want to unlock that now, I can do. One thing it does state when you go along the tree is you can automatically unlock this when the previous weapon crafting expertise reaches level 5. Which means you don't necessarily have to keep on spending proficiency points to unlock further items down the line if you're going to plan on making the blueprint more proficient. I'm going to explain that in a moment when we have a look at crafting. However, it is a good idea, to be fair, because I don't think you're going to be spending all of your points to make every single blueprint that you get proficient. So it is a good idea just to go through the armory with any weapons that you like and just start unlocking all of these when you get these points, just so they're readily available if you want to craft them. Now, proficiency points can be earned through anything in the game. You don't really need to focus on this. Whatever activity you are doing, you're going to be getting proficiency points to spend here. So don't worry too much about that. After a good session on the game, there'll be plenty to come and spend in here to get more blueprints unlocked. Before we move on to weapon crafting, I just want to talk about tactical augmentation. So I'm going to switch over to SMGs because I have used one of these items or one of these blueprints. We go into the vector here. You'll notice that on all the blueprints, there's a tab up top saying Tactical Augmentation. And when you go in here, you're able to upgrade the blueprint even more. Now, you're going to be able to get a resource as a reward. And if you get a Tactical Augmentation item, you'll be able to equip it to a blueprint. And what they do is, you'll see in this first slot here, which I've equipped to the Vector 4-5 blueprint, it increases bonus attributes of my Vector 4-5 ACP by 30%. So when I go and craft one of these vectors at the crafting station, I'll have an increase to that bonus attribute by 30%. And you can get more. You can get a second slot there if you get the second augmentation resource, and that will increase it by 60%. And there's others you can find to increase the level of your talents on the weapon as well. So as you're going through the game, not only can you unlock these blueprints, but you're going to get items in order to upgrade these blueprints as well, which is going to further enhance the item that you craft when it comes to crafting. You'll notice one more tab here, proficiency. I have not got as far as that main mission in the game yet, preparations, unfortunately, so I can't show you that or discuss that, but I imagine it's just another way to upgrade these blueprints for better stats when you craft them. Hopefully in a future video we will redo this once the game is fully released, and we'll go over this in full and discuss that as well. But it's just going to be another way to upgrade the blueprint. That is basically how blueprints work. So in your armory, you're just going to be spending your proficiency points and unlocking different guns and different gear that you're going to then be able to go and craft at the crafting station. And that's what we're going to have a look at now. We're at the base of operations. We've got a gear crafting station and a weapon crafting station here. If we go over to the weapon crafting station guy and just interact with him, we're going to be able to have a look at all the blueprints that we have unlocked. So I have started working on one. It was an AR blueprint. So if I just select that from the filter menu, you can have a look at all your assault rifle blueprints that you have. And the one I've started working on is my ACR. Notice that you have a crafting expertise level. So most of these are going to be expertise level 1 because I've not started working on the expertise of the blueprint yet. With the ACR, I did start working on it. And when you level up the expertise on a blueprint through the crafting menu, what you're doing is giving yourself a better chance of getting a better weapon, basically. You'll notice the crafting expertise 6 unlocks the crafting of the weapon. You got a 38% chance of getting a common one, 38% chance of getting a rare, 19% of getting an epic, and 5% chance of getting a high-end version of this weapon when you craft it. So you're going to want to increase this crafting expertise level, and the resource it uses to do that is your proficiency points again. So I've got 17,000 left at the minute. I can spend into this. It's 2,250 of these points every time I want to upgrade it, and I can upgrade the proficiency level of that blueprint. So I'm just going to do that now and take it to level 7. And when I take it to level 7, that's going to increase the overall stats there, like the attributes range of all the attributes and the equipment there, which is kind of how the expertise works on the Division Resurgence. If you go to the Division 1 or Division 2, once you've got an item, you can use the expertise to increase the stats on the weapon to get them god rolled. Well, on this, you are going to be using your proficiency points to upgrade the blueprint. And once this reaches max level, I imagine the range of those attributes are going to be very, very high, which will then give you high attributes on the crafted item. So with that done, you'll notice I've had an increase in my kind of luck of getting what sort of rarity item. It's now 36% common and rare. I got 20% of epic and 8% of high end. So the higher I get the crafting expertise, the better the weapon is going to be when it's crafted. And that works exactly the same for the gear. Bear in mind as well, we're just talking about tactical augmentation. I've actually got no augmentation mods on my blueprint right now. So if I was to craft one of these, and then down the line I filled out some of those augmentation slots, it's not going to automatically go onto the weapon I've already crafted. I'm going to have to come back here and craft another one to get those augmentation adjustments. So just bear that in mind as well. And on top of that, it is highly advisable that you only stack into the weapons that you're keen on. So for example, I like the ACR, so I'm going to work on this. I'm not going to work on a weapon that I'm not too keen on, like the AN94, for example. So spend your proficiency points where you want to spend them. Any weapon blueprints that you really enjoy and you like using that weapon, make sure those blueprints are unlocked and hopefully upgraded with augmentation mods when you can get them. And then make sure here you are getting them as high as possible on the expertise level. So now we understand that. We just want to craft the item. And before crafting, once you've got a weapon or a blueprint rather at a certain level, I think it's level 15, you're able to use crafting focus. So I'm just going to click on crafting focus there. I can't do it right now because it's got to be level 15. But crafting focus is unlocked when crafting expertise reaches level 15. Once unlocked, it can be used to increase the probabilities of specific equipment focuses, effects talent, bonuses, and gear combo sets. So without crafting focus, which I don't have, you can select what sort of weapon it's going to be stacked into. So you've got like the red for firearms here, blue for stamina, or yellow for electronics. So make sure you're selecting which one you prefer here, because when you craft the item, it's going to give you more luck of getting that stat that you want. You can see there, if I select red, it's going to be between 5 and 31 on firearms and only 0 to 19 on stamina and 0 to 19 on electronics. But if I select another one, it switches that over to 5 to 31 on stamina or 5 to 31 on electronics. So depending on how you're making your build and what stat you want here, make sure you're selecting that. And if you can't focus, like I can't right now, you're ready to start crafting and you're just going to click on start crafting. If you can focus, you'll obviously focus into what you want to focus into. When you start to craft, it's going to go into like a timed event here. It's going to take 6 minutes to craft this item. So I'm not able to have it right away. So I'm just going to wait for 6 minutes and show you what happens once it's finished. It's worth mentioning while you're waiting for your weapons or gear to be crafted, you can go about other activities and go and do what you want to do. And you will get mail once it is ready. Again, via the Phoenix icon in the top right corner, you have a mailbox. And on your inbox, once it's done, you'll get a message saying equipment has been crafted. So you're able to go and check that, and you're able to go back and claim your item. So we're already here. We're ready to pick it up. So we're going to interact with the weapon crafting bench again. And you'll see that my item is completed. So I can claim that. And that's going to be added to my inventory. And I was lucky enough to get an epic ACR. And it came with skill piercing damage. It came with the underdog talent. And there's the weapon attributes of the weapon as well. It's got no augmentation equipped because I had nothing on the blueprint, unfortunately. But that's what it looks like. And all the attributes and talents are completely random. With focusing though, when we unlock that expertise 15 on the blueprint, we will be able to focus into some of these attributes or talents to try and get something that we want. But you'll notice there as well, because I wanted firearms on the weapon, it has given me more firearms on this weapon. I've got 22 firearms, 2 stamina, and 0 electronics. So that's the item I have crafted. I'm not happy with that. What I can do is dismantle it or get rid of it, and I can go again. I can start crafting again if I want to. It costs no resource to craft, so you can craft as many as you want. It is just time that it costs you. So we've gone back in there again to craft another one, and again it's going to take another 5 minutes to do. There's no way that I can see of speeding that up right now on the beta, so you just got to wait that time again, go and do what you want to do and craft it again. Slightly annoying that you got to wait the time. I imagine in the future on the full game they probably give you a resource to speed that up, I imagine. And I think as you get higher level with much better upgraded blueprints, it might take even longer to craft. It's kind of something that is on mobile games. But that pretty much explains the whole blueprints and crafting system on the Division Resurgence. So in very short, you basically want to be going into your armory, unlocking blueprints and upgrading them as much as you can through the armory. Once they're upgraded, you'll take them to the crafting bench to then craft the item. And just again, you don't need to, once you've unlocked the first item on the track, if you work on the proficiency of that item and get it to proficiency 5, it'll automatically unlock the next blueprint for you. There's different level of blueprints as well, which unlock as you progress. With all that covered now, I want to discuss recalibration. At the base of operations, just behind the crafting stations, you've got an equipment improvement station. And here, this is where you can upgrade your items. You don't need to come here to upgrade your items though, because you can do that just naturally through your inventory. You can also recalibrate, and that is something you do have to do here. And you can only recalibrate once you've reached level 18 in game. This is when it unlocks. So before level 18, you're not able to recalibrate anything. But from level 18, you can. And it's as simple as just coming to the recalibration menu here. Picking a weapon that you got. It doesn't have to be a crafted weapon. You can recalibrate any weapon or piece of gear that you have picked up in the open world via looting. So you can do anything here. So the AR I use at the minute is on screen. This is my main AR. It's a high-end military 416. I've currently got skill shredding damage, health, in a day's work talent on it, and the chivalrous talent on it. We can take a look at these talents and we are able to recalibrate any of the attributes as well. So if you click on a little eye symbol, it brings up what the talent does. So in a day's work, killing a hostile with a headshot increases reload speed. And the possible talents I can have instead is underdog, multi-pronged attack, stand your ground, powerful, life unending. And if we look at the other talent there with the eyeball, it gives you the information for that, increases your weapon damage to enemies in front of you. Again, possible talents there, I can get loaded ammo, single-minded, manufacturer, terrified, and vibrant. So if you're looking for, say you get one talent that you really like, but the other talent you don't like, you're able to recalibrate that in the odds of getting something that you do like. But if you have two talents that you do like, you're then able to go and change your skill instead. Again, you can click on the eye to have a look what you've got currently and have a look at what you can get if you recalibrate it. And the same with the health roll there. Click on the eye, shows me what I've currently got and what the possibility is of getting something else when I recalibrate it. Now, like with the Division 1 and the Division 2, you only get one stat or talent that you can recalibrate. Once I've recalibrated one of these items here, I'm not going to be able to recalibrate anything else. So the aim is to probably farm for something that is very close to what you want, and then you just want to recalibrate the one piece on there, or the one item there, to make it absolutely perfect. I haven't really looked into builds and what I want right now, so I have no idea. I'm just equipping the highest item that I have and the best item that I have. But for this right now, skill shredding damage, that sounds okay. In a day's work, that sounds okay. You know, killing a hostile with a headshot increases reload speed. I like the other talent with increased damage to enemies in front of me. So let's say I like skill shredding damage, I like health, and I want to change in a day's work. So we're gonna change that. The possible outcomes I've got here is underdog, multi-pronged attack, stand your ground, powerful, or life unending. And I've got a recalibration resource that I need to farm for in order to recalibrate. So I've got 12 of these resources. I'm able to recalibrate this 12 times to see if I can get what I want. I'll just click on recalibration. It then gives you the warning. Only one modifier can be selected for recalibration. Once confirmed, selection cannot be changed. Do I want to continue? I'll confirm that. And it's going to recalibrate that for me. And it's changed it from in a day's work, and it's gone over to stand your ground, where headshots grant 7% extra health based on agent's max health to all nearby group members for 5 seconds. The bonus is increased by 4.7% if there are group members within A. It doesn't say anything else. So I can give up that, or I can save it. If you're not happy with it, you can give up and say, no, I don't want that. Abandon the recalibration result. Leaving the page will also cause the result to be abandoned, so I can confirm. It has still used my resource though, and you can see that that is now the only item I'm able to recalibrate on the weapon. So even if you abandon it, it still takes it as that you've recalibrated it, but you can go again on that item. So I'll recalibrate again to hopefully get something that I want, and this time it's giving me powerful. Every 5 seconds, shooting a hostile within 10 meters radius restores health equal to 320% of toughness. So I'm going to save that. I like that. A bit of a survivability talent. I'll click on save. That is now going to take the old talent off and put the new talent on. And that military 416 is now recalibrated. Again, if I want to recalibrate that, I can. I can come back to this station and I can recalibrate powerful into something else if I want to in the future. But I can't change anything else. So you could do this with any weapons that you have. Again, once you've recalibrated one item, you're going to be stuck to that item, and you can also do it with your gear. So I've got a high-end mask gear, I've got max status effect duration there, I've got skill health. Again, it's exactly the same. You can look at what is currently on, you can look at what can go on when you recalibrate on both of those items. It uses a different resource for this one. I'm going to recalibrate, and it works exactly the same. I can give up that, or I can save it. So that's taking the status effect decreased off there and putting received healing on. I can save that. That wipes over that there for you. I'm going to go back into that mask now. I'm only able to work on that one item that I've selected for recalibration purposes. And that is basically how recalibration works. So the aim of the game is exactly the same as the Division 1 and the Division 2. You're going to go out, you're going to farm for gear and weapons and try and find the right attributes and talents that you want to form a build. You'll have one recalibration to change on that weapon or piece of gear to make it absolutely perfect if you're very, very close. And you've got blueprints that you can unlock and upgrade to make the process a little bit easier, and then use blueprints to form the item that you're trying to look for. The only thing that really is not really covered, I'd say, is like maxing the roles. So once you've got the roles that you want with the attributes, how do you god roll them? Well, I think tactical augmentation on the blueprints helps with that, but obviously when you're upgrading the blueprints with the expertise, that is then going to give you a higher roll when they roll as well. But on a piece that you find in the open world, I haven't actually seen anything there that allows you to increase that. So I'm guessing that's just pot luck with open world pieces. It'd be interesting if they do include like an expertise station in the future where you can then, once you've got your god roll piece, well, the roles that you want and the talents that you want to make God roll and get the max attributes on them. It's something I've not seen right now in the game. That's the end of this video. I tried to cover everything I wanted to today, as I said, with weapon crafting, blueprints, recalibration. I hope I've answered a lot of your questions and shown how the system works on the Division Resurgence. Again, if I've missed something or you still got questions, please do post down below in the video comments. I'll answer them as best as I can and as quick as I can. That's the end of this video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to come and check out our community now. It's linked at the top of the video description, especially if you want to play with people on the Resurgence or join the Resurgence clan. And hit like and share in the video to support it and subscribe for more content. Until next time, thank you for watching. Stay safe and peace out.